Okay, today we are going to review the hand vac by Black+Decker. This was the 16 volt with the lithium. I did a lot of research on this hand vac before I bought it. The main thing I cared about was, obviously, I wanted it to be cordless, and I also wanted it to be one that I didn't have to charge often. I am one of those people that want to charge something and I want it to last a long time because I never seem to return things to the bases. So the battery life was really important to me. The powerful aspect of this was really important because obviously I have cats, and that was the main reason I was going to be getting this, and kids, to be able to clean up basic spills and messes. So I did a lot of research. Everybody said that this had really good power, the suction power was really great, and the battery life was excellent. So, and of course the other main component I paid attention to was I wanted one that had a cleanable filter, so I wasn't buying filters and I could just wash it and clean it and keep it sanitary with cat hair and all that kind of stuff. So we went ahead and got this one. It comes pretty simple. To take the top piece off, you basically have two side latches and a top latch. It has an arrow to show you that you press the top to unlock it, so they kind of idiot-proof that. So you press those two to unlock it, and then the last one you press the top one, and then you can go left or right to take it off. Really super simple. You can see where it comes in. This also has an extender piece, and it also has the brush, so you can flip it up and use if you need a brush to kind of clean it. So those are kind of handy, and then of course it makes it super easy for dumping it out. Obviously you just dump it out and then you're good to go. As far as cleaning the filter itself, again, they made it really easy. There is a filter button, you press it, the filter comes out, and you can rinse it off. All those, thought it was great. That part of this hand vacuum was fantastic. To put it back on, you just kind of put it a little off center. You'll hear both of them click, and then you twist it to lock it back into place. Really, really easy. Overall, the design's really nice. It's not very heavy. I don't know what the actual weight is. I'm gonna guess about 2-3 pounds. And I will say Black+Decker definitely backs their products. It's got a 2-year limited warranty and a 30-day money back guarantee. So that part of it's great. Where the disappointment, overall, I am very unhappy with it, and I ordered a different one. Main reasons being the battery life was not what I anticipated. I did like the charger base. The charger base is a really simple white circular thing. It's not one you can mount on the wall, so if you have a laundry room that you were hoping you could mount this, that's not going to happen. It has two metal connector points that go basically in the bottom, so you just stick it completely upright, it locks in, and then you got a blue light that tells you it's charging, and then it turns off when it's done charging. I would say the first charge took about 6 hours or so. And I expected to, when I use this, I'm using this for maybe 30 seconds to 2 minutes at the most, so I expected a lot of use out of one charge. It maybe lasted me 5 to 10 minutes. So I was very, very disappointed. I don't know if maybe this is an anomaly and just an overall, I got a bad product, and that might be the case, but super disappointed with the battery. Also, with the suction power, everybody's saying that the suction power is great. Not my experience. Again, I'm cleaning up a lot of cat food or spilled kibble or spilled litter or chips from kids or whatever, so I'm not cleaning up deep stains or anything that's really like stuck, and this thing was terrible. It wouldn't pick anything up. The other thing I noticed is even how they designed this lip, it constantly got blocked. I get that this is a really neat accessory, this pulling off part, but I will say because of how it's designed, it would constantly get stuck and not suck anything up. So that was super disappointing. The other thing I really disliked a lot is when it came to the actual cleaning aspect of this, is the filter, it ejects out, which is fine and all, but I thought, again, they did a really poor job of how to access it. Again, you have to pop it out, and as you can see, it's just a mess to clean. There's another one I got afterwards that has been a far better purchase, so much easier to clean, and with a hand vac like this, you're expecting to clean it quite often, and you're also expecting to empty this out, so that part of it has to be a pretty flawless experience. This is not. So I think that's pretty much it overall. Really unhappy. Had it for about 2 weeks, returning it. I just don't think it's worth the money and the time.
Hi, this is a video. Product description, examination, inspection, my initial impression, follow up with the written product evaluation. And we're doing the BLACK+DECKER dustbuster AdvancedClean Cordless Handheld Vacuum. Compact home and car vacuum with crevice tool. And it's the CHV 1410L. Sells for about $55. This is the second one I've had or have. The other one is in my RV, and I didn't want to steal it and bring it in the house because I use it out there, and it's just not worth it to me to be grabbing one and bring it in, take it back out. You need it out there. It's in the house. I didn't want to do that, so I bought another one. There's a number of features I really like. One is on the charging base. Even though it has this little notch, that doesn't do anything. It fits anywhere you put it. See, it's got a center contact and an outer contact, and on the bottom there's nothing, just the center contact and then the outer ring. So it fits in there any way you want. It doesn't matter if it turns, so you're not having to set it exactly right or try to get it in grooves or anything. You just set it down in there. It charges. I like it. Another feature I like is it has a lot of suction. This thing really does really good as far as suction. It's powerful. We like power. Lots of power. It does have this brush, so I don't know. I don't use that particularly, and then it's got an extension. So this, if you press here and pull, even though I can hardly do it, that pulls out. You pull it all the way out, it kind of locks. The other thing I like is, although I never use it, is this thing rotates. So if you press there, then it rotates. That's another feature I never really use. Now, the filter, easy to clean. You press on there and there on both sides. This part comes off like that. Actually, you didn't need to take that off, and you press this filter button, this whole thing comes off like that. And then this pulls out. See, it's flat on one side. So that just goes in there like that. That's it. But once that's out, you can unscrew that, blow it out, whatever you want to do. Let's see, is this right here, like that. That's it. That's how you clean the filter. Then it goes back in there like that. Just make sure I got it right. There we go. There. Then you just got this little notch right there. And then that goes in here. So you stick your filter in there. That's it. And then this pops on. That's it. That's it. I really like this thing. You will too. If you're looking for a handheld cordless vacuum, this BLACK+DECKER is the one. I've reviewed other ones, and I thought they were just trash. They didn't have good suction. They were just junk. You go donate them at the donation store. Get one of these. You'll like it.
You have to do it over a couple of days because the Sharpie, if it's still even remotely dry, will smudge and wipe off the Sharpie underneath that show the blue light. So dab it on. I kind of do like dots basically, and then let it dry for a day, and then come back and do a couple more dots until it's as dark as you want.
Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how loud this thing is. It is loud, but it does the job really well. So I'm going to show you a decibel meter, so you can kind of see. Okay, right now we're at normal conversation. And I'm just going to turn it on, move it around a little bit, and give you a sense of how loud it is. louder than conversation. You know, you can't really talk very well over it, but to have the suction power and just the the ongoing battery is well worth it. I think it's an awesome device. Definitely recommend it.